With us now is Simon Tolling-Smith, and he's just affectionately known by us British Airways recipients as Simon. So hi, welcome to the show.
Donna, hi, nice to be with you.
Yeah, nice to have you here. Tell us about the British Airways face-to-face competition.
Right, well, as you know, I mean, of course, you're one of our star winners. We've been running that competition for a couple of years now, and it all started from a very basic principle, and the idea was that if you want to succeed and when you grow your business, you have to be there. You have to be there face to face. You can't do business down a telephone. You need to go out, you need to meet your customers, your suppliers, your partners. And we thought we'd put our money where our mouth is and take people to their partners face to face. And that's how it all started. And 2 or 3 years later, we've helped nearly 2,000 businesses get to where they need to go and realize their dreams.
It's a fabulous experience, and it's a competition of sorts. So people can either supply, an email or a video, or they write in, they apply basically, and then there's a huge secret judging. I mean, it's a big honor to win. And then once you win, it's not that you just get to fly to London to do business, but with my experience, British Airways took us to London, and then we got a trip to anywhere British Airways flies. That was just tremendous. It was phenomenal, and people were going like literally all over the world. So British Airways facilitated business happening globally, and I think that the outgrowth from that has been tremendous. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, that's the business we're in. Our business is about connecting people all over the world, and in that program alone, we flew people to Hong Kong, to Sydney, Johannesburg, Paris, London, of course. And I think the other thing it's worth saying is that a big part of the program is also the other assistance and help that we can bring to those businesses other than just the travel. And you'll remember we did that event.
The interactive seminars, they were really phenomenal. Good, yeah. And the guest speakers that you had, and people talking about, the customs and how to greet people, because the culture is a little different. So the way that you do business in America might be a little different than the way that you do business in another country. And I thought having those international speakers come in was very, very helpful. How much planning goes into that? I mean, do you plan like a year in advance?
A huge amount of planning. In fact, exactly, just over a year, we start planning the next year, and we start pulling the budget together and making our case for it, and working out how we're going to select the people and what the event's going to be like. So it's a lot of planning, a lot of people work on it, and it all comes together in that crescendo of that great event. So yeah, that's not the end of it. After the event, as you know, the group tends to keep together, and we have the page, we have the website, and we have, most importantly, the group on LinkedIn. And that LinkedIn group, the face-to-face LinkedIn group, is very vibrant, and lots of people contributing it the whole time and sharing their successes that all started on that trip.
It's absolutely true. I know from my own personal experience with the television show, Georgie, who's our international correspondent, he came to us because of that British Airways trip that we took, and I'm good friends with Michelle Mitchell, who did, Where Did the Money Go, the documentary on Haiti, and Jeannie Walker. I mean, and that's just a few. I mean, there's probably about 100 people, Simon, just from that trip alone that I still do business with on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful.
No, they're wonderful people, and they're inspiring and invigorating for us just to spend time with those people. I mean, take Georgie, for example. When he came on the trip to begin with, he had 1 language school. And when we saw him again a few months later, he had 35 language schools. So what a guy.
Yeah, he's tremendous. And Michelle Mitchell, with her documentary now, she came back and she did some fundraisers, and now her show's everywhere on PBS.
Right.
She's doing quite well with that. And Jeannie Walker, I know that her CD, actually some of her songs have been on a British Airways flight.
Yeah, we played those indeed. Yeah, that was very exciting for us. And as indeed we've been able to showcase through our advertising some of the success of face-to-face winners, both from the 2009 school that you were with, but the 2008 school previous to that. In fact, we had a great team from Idea Paint, who have a patented idea in production that allows them to put whiteboard paint over an entire wall, and we ended up running an ad for them on our aircraft.
So amazing. And you know what would make me so happy too, Simon? I mean, just the little kid in me. I would come through the Queens Midtown Tunnel, and then there would be the big, gigantic billboard that would say the face-to-face competition. And every time I saw it, I'd get a little choked up. I'm like, I won. And it was such a tremendous difference that you made in my life. So I know all of the business owners that have won have had tremendous success thanks to British Airways.
Good.
And any way that I can, support you at all in your mission and bringing people and businesses together, I'm there for you. You know that, right?
Great.
So tell me a little bit about what else is going on at British Airways. Always something exciting. What is it? BA.com, right? BA.com.
BA.com is
Okay.
the place to start, and of course, this is the airline business. So there's always something exciting happening. In 2012, what an exciting year for us. You know, as the name says, we're a British airline, and 2012 is a massive year for the UK. It's kicking off in about a month, a bit less than a month, with our Queen's Diamond Jubilee, 60 years on the throne. Big celebrations in London. If anyone's thinking of going to London, it's a great time to go. It's going to be an amazing scene of pageantry. I mean, think back to the royal wedding that we had last April, and just could see that one of the things that Britain is still good at is that sense of pageantry, and there's amazing parades and things like that. That's all going to happen again in about a month. And then a month or so after that, of course, the big one, the Olympics.
Yes.
Something that British Airways is very, very involved in. It's going to be a very exciting time in London. It's going to showcase London at its very, very best. And that's all happening in a few months from now. And indeed, the Paralympics following straight on for that.
And for those of you that haven't been to London before, I mean, it's just charming. It's very quaint and very lovely. They have these big old trees that have like these nuts on them, and everything is almost like just super fragilistic, you know? And I mean that sincerely, like the fish and chips. I mean, so if you've never been to London, you know, certainly check it out, or anywhere that British Airways flies, because you guys fly all over the world.
Pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think certainly enough places to keep your sort of hunger for tourism to go for most of your life. So yeah, we've got it there. And actually, our website, ba.com, has some fabulous ideas, and we put a lot of effort recently into an ideas engine on that website. So if you're kind of struggling for where to go and what might be new and fascinating and interesting, take a look at ba.com, because some great ideas there.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Simon, for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to see you, and I'm actually honored to be here. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, and we just want to wish you the best of luck with the rest of your business, and we hope it goes from strength to strength. Stay in touch.
Thank you very much. Live it up internationally. Check it out soon.